You might be thinking of how to save money fast. Let's check out these 7 hacks. Okay, so when it comes to money, sometimes you might be feeling like you've not got much. There are ways to find in terms of cutting expenses and building savings potentially quickly. You can make a real difference when doing that. So, whether you're in the UK or the USA or around the world, wherever you might be, principles are quite similar. Focus on trimming unnecessary costs, making the most of what you already have, and being strategic about the income that you get. Here are practical steps you can take to save money fast. So, audit your spending. Start by tracking every expense for a week or two or maybe a month. You can use things like budgeting apps or a basic simple spreadsheet on your computer. This will show you where your money is leaking from or where your main expenses are. Sometimes it might be, your daily coffees, your takeaway meals. Obviously, takeaways now, the food prices are a lot higher, so are costing a lot more. So, for example, if you're ordering on delivery apps, that's going to cost you more in fees and whatnot. So you got to look at those type of costs. Subscriptions that you might, have forgotten that you're actually paying for. It's happened to me. It's probably happened to you as well. You can potentially cancel or pause services you don't really need or use. Okay, so cut food costs without sacrificing quality. Groceries and dining out are two of the biggest expenses. In the UK, swapping branded items for supermarket own label products can cut bills significantly. In America, buying in bulk at warehouse clubs can also help. So in the UK, we have something called Costco where you can buy items, for example, in bulk. So you have also meal planning, which is quite important. So if you can plan your meals ahead, cook in batches, use some of the leftovers creatively from the day before, and avoid impulse buys at the checkout. So stick to your list and so on. So cutting back on takeaways, maybe from 3, 4 times a week to once a week, could help save more money. Slashing energy bills. So energy costs are rising across the world. Simple habits like turning off lights, unplugging devices, and lowering the thermostats a degree or two potentially could help you save some money. Some households can also check price comparison sites for better tariffs, and others can shop around until they get better products or better services for competitive electricity or gas providers in other areas as well. Also, rethinking transport. So if you drive, you look at the petrol or whatever you might be using, diesel and so on, can be expensive. So look at, sharing, car sharing, for example. So using public transport if there is available, any available in your local area. For example, trains, buses, so on. You can also use things like discount cards, bus passes that might help reduce travel costs and apps as well. You can also track fuel that you might be spending. Go to specific places where you can get cheaper fuel. For example, some petrol pumps or certain places in your locality where you can buy, cheaper fuel and so on. You can also reduce unnecessary tips. For example, going to the shop 3, 4 times a week when you can go once and get a full week's shopping all at once, so you don't have to keep going again and again. Okay, shop smarter. So impulse spending, can be costly, especially if you go into a supermarket. Sometimes things are psychologically priced, positioned, so you do impulse buying. For example, you come to the till and there's an array of chocolates on the till, which entices you to buy. So have a look at, what you need before you travel. Make a list and then use that list. Check out cashback websites, discount codes, loyalty points that you can get from certain supermarkets. You can also look for reward programs and also various other voucher schemes available with certain supermarkets where you can buy products and get a discount on the goods. So you can sell what you don't need. So you can use apps like eBay, for example, or Vinted, and you can do a check in your property and see items that you no longer require. So they need to be in good working condition at least. Might be something, for example, like a technological thing, like a gaming computer or, a different kind of tablet or something, or a mobile phone you don't need anymore. You can get them listed on Facebook Marketplace, platforms like eBay, Vinted, and other kind of reusable item type apps out there and get them sold. That can help you raise cash quickly. So putting savings out of reach, so you can set up a couple of different bank accounts and have one separate savings account where, for example, every month if you're making money through a job, a wage, or whatever it might be, you decide to put a portion of that, for example, 30% into that account, and then keep that secure and not touch that account and build that up over time. Okay, so saving money fast isn't about extreme sacrifices. It can be done if you're mindful and you're careful in terms of cutting unnecessary costs, making small but consistent changes incrementally over time, focus on some bit of creativity, and always, do your research, find out where you can get good value for money in terms of items you may be purchasing, or obviously increasing your income as well over time, and then having different methods to save your money using tools and tech like AI or spreadsheets to help you assist you when it comes to saving money. Okay, people, drop a comment in the comment section below. Let us know any tips that you have when it comes to saving money. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.